Hey, what's going on, guys? Today is a special day. This is my 1,000 subscriber open lobby. This is just kind of a normal video. Like, it's just gonna be like, I'm just gonna find people to drive with, and I'm just gonna drift. But I'm sure I'm gonna do like a video like the one I did for the announcement of this lobby for 1,000 subscribers. I'm probably gonna do something like that as well. So hopefully I keep to my word and you guys can look forward to that. I feel like it's a bit loud, but I'll fix that in a second. So yeah, let's get into some driving after I fix my sound. Alright, I actually kind of want to talk about a topic because I've been actually waiting to talk about my I guess drifting history, what got me into it and everything. Because someone left a comment asking if I have ever tried Gran Turismo drifting, and that was a large portion of my time spent drifting in games was from GT5. But it's not where I started. It was Forza 3. This was probably 2011, 2012, probably more 2011. Or might have been earlier than that, I don't know for sure. But I just remember being in a lot, I didn't even follow drifting or anything, and I remember joining a lobby for something, and I don't think it was a drift lobby for Forza, but it was there's people there just drifting around, and I was yeah, that looks pretty cool. And I remember sending them messages asking for setups and shit like that, because I was a complete noob, and they were trying to help me out, and I completely sucked. I was absolutely horrible. They literally recommended a all-wheel drive setup for me, and rip, and that's pretty much the low of drifting right there. If you can't even drift and you need a, this is not looking good, so I'm just gonna pit. I'm not talking shit, but I mean, obviously you need a real drive car to do proper drifting, and then to have someone tell you need an all-wheel drive setup. Yeah, that was definitely not good, but then again, I had no experience whatsoever, and it was just drifting with a controller, so it wasn't anything too special. But I remember trying to drift that setup, and I just couldn't get it. And then eventually I was just I'm just gonna do my own research and figure out how to set up my car on my own. That's what I did, and I played a lot of Forza 3. I just remember those good old days. I don't know, for some reason my most memorable thing would be getting cool cars off the auction. It's just not the same anymore. I just remember that being so sick for some reason, and getting the designs and everything. Those are some good times. But then I think eventually I bought one of those Microsoft wheels, those white ones, the really old ones, if you know what I'm talking about. And they only had 270 degrees of rotation, and I only had force feedback. I don't remember exactly for sure, but I spent so many hours on that. And then eventually Forza 4 came out, and at this point I was getting pretty good. I was doing pretty decent. I mean, not the same as right now. Definitely skill level is not quite there. I don't know why I said there like that. I was kind of concentrating and saving Tilly there, but if you guys have been playing in the good old Forza 3, Forza 4 days, around that time, I was on a team called Drift Factory, and that team's actually on here as well, which I thought was interesting. And I remember some of the people I played with. I remember one of the dudes is from SoCal Sideways. But I don't know exactly. I know he drove an A86, but I mean he hung out with those dudes and stuff. If you watch that channel, I thought that was pretty cool. I remember doing my first competition, but I don't remember it turning out that well. And eventually, like, I don't even... Oh, shit. I don't even remember exactly what, like, made me change to PlayStation. Oh, wait, no, I know exactly what it was. I used to live in Austin, Texas. If you know where that is. I don't know if you know. I mean, I'm sure if you're from Europe, I think you'd know what Texas is. Because, you know, America. It's one of those iconic states, in a way, for American culture that isn't on the west or east coast. I used to live there, and it was like a thing to have an Xbox there. And then once I moved to Portland, Oregon, it was like purely PlayStation. Like, it was really weird. Like, it's such a regional thing, if I really think about it. It looks like we're gonna need to put it again. And then I remember I got a wheel that was basically the same as the Microsoft wheel, but for PlayStation. Like, it was a GameStop wheel or something like that. And I, once again, spent many hours on GT5, and eventually I got onto the team Project D, which my username on here is actually my old PlayStation name for when I used to do GT5 drifting, which is Project D All-Star. And I don't know what it was, but like, that was just like the cool thing to do in the console drifting, is be on a cool team. Okay, I'm getting distracted right now, but those are definitely good memories and good days doing that. I specifically remember my car that I chose to drive all the time was a 300ZX, and our team colors were like white and green at the time, like green rims, like bright ass green rims. And I remember, I totally forgot what the track was called, but it's like, I might be able to describe it. It's like there's a tunnel, there's banks, there's a large bridge. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I remember running the section right before the bridge, and we had like a team competition. We had a decent amount of members at the time as well, and I won that competition, and it was like the coolest thing ever, because I was like, damn, I'm like doing really well, and I progressed super far. And that lasted for a while, and I remember this also segues how I got into like Live for Speed and like PC stuff. I was just in a random drift lobby, and there was like a team called Monster on there, and one of the dudes, like, were just randomly talking about Live for Speed and like how like really good, how like good of a game it was for drifting. I had like no idea it existed, and at the time I was friends with Zach, which if you watched all my videos, he was in a couple of them. He was in the one where we were driving on AC on my hand with the S15 and the Chaser. I've like known him for a long ass time, like ever since I like really started drifting. We met in GT5 just because we're on Suzuka and we're both using the 180 Type X. And we just like started tandeming there. It's crazy to think how long ago that actually was. But yeah, back into the Live for Speed thing, like, this dude was just talking about it, and then eventually like Zach's like, hey, let's actually like try it out. And I remember having like the shittiest setup ever. I think this was about the time where I bought the Fanatec CSR package, like it came with like the elite pedals and everything. And that's what I used. And I wish I had actual videos of me driving on GT5, like, they're like super shitty, but I for some reason deleted them rather than just unlisting them. Like, I have like so many videos I wish I kept. I just don't have anymore. there's some good old classic GT5 day stuff on there. I remember I sent him I made a video of me like drifting with the wheel because he got like a G27. He was like struggling to drift with it, and I was like trying to show him, and he thought it was the funniest thing because how ghetto my setup is. Like my setup was never like perfect, like nice as it is now. Like this took me like years to get to this point. Like it wasn't like I just bought it all at once. Like I had a super ghetto setup. Like I had this like tool table thing from like Home Depot that was like super small and shitty. Like it was like $30, and I had my CSR wheel with the clamp at the bottom, and that didn't work so well, so I had to like get a piece of wood and I just clamped it to the tabletop, which was very small, and I also duct taped the wheel to it. Like it was like extremely shitty looking. Okay, it looks like I need to get out of the way. And it was just, it was so trash, and I had like there wasn't even like room for the like pedals because like part of the stand got in the way. It was like super awkward, and also at the time I started Live for Speed, I had like a cooler next to me with a joystick taped to it. Like it was just awful. Like it looked nasty as hell, and I had this like salmon colored office chair. I don't know, it's definitely ghetto. But I mean, that's like how a lot of people's setups are, like, once they like start out. But it's better than nothing, honestly. So I spent a lot of time there, and then also had another friend who I haven't driven with in a long time on like sim drifting stuff. But he was like talking about so much about rFactor, and at the time, like, I think I just did a lot of demo drifting on Live for Speed. So I never like really truly got into it, like, because I never really experienced the full package. So, geez, how long is this video? There's a lot to explain. Anyways, so never really fully got into Live for Speed, and then I went straight to rFactor because it was like, it looked cool as fuck at the time. Like, oh, okay, we didn't get very far. This is like a fun story or fact, whatever, to like the whole thing. I don't even think Slaptrain knows this, but like I've been following him for a super long time, like ever since he like started his channel. Like I remember sending him a couple of Live for Speed clips. I don't remember what they were for like top drifts, but the one I remember most is me and my friend Zach driving on Hondo's circuit with the Project D cars. And I remember this because I was like, we were just having fun, and I was like, hey, let's do like a tandem 360 entry, and we did it like first try.
Here we go, gentlemen. He's gonna be hitting it with the double, and he's gonna hold it with the overtake. Oh my god, gentlemen, that's why we're doing this today.
I remember sending it into him, and he like never showed it on his videos. Like I was like, what the hell? Like there's no way he's getting that many clips where he can't. Like mine just got lost, but I don't know what happened. It wasn't like until like a month after the clip, like friend Zach actually like sent it to him, and it was like immediately put up, and we got like number 1. I don't remember. I think I viewed it, the clip, not that long ago. I think it has like only like 14,000 views. Like it was a long time ago. But that just kind of gives you a good idea like when I started. But yeah, I played rFactor for a super long time, it feels like. That was a good game, but I remember probably like a year ago I went back and just played it again, and it just feels like I'm driving on ice. Like I didn't exactly remember how it felt. I think it was just because like I remember watching Taylor's video, and he's like only playing R Factor. It's like he was talking about like how good it is, and I was like, I don't remember it being that realistic, but I don't know. Those are definitely some good times. Okay, we got some traffic here, and it's gonna cause some problems. Yep. I don't even remember exactly like what exact moment in time where I was like, I should get back into Live for Speed. I don't know exactly what happened, but eventually I did like actually like fully switch over to I think it was just because like it's just one of those things where it's like we needed like we've been driving in this game for so long, we needed like a change of pace. And that's like when I truly experienced Live for Speed, where actually like getting some decent online tandems and stuff like that. And that was probably 3.5 years ago, something like that. Like I've definitely not like there's people on this game ever since it like came out, which is kind of crazy. Which was, I think it was like 2007 or something like that. But like I haven't been on it for like super long, and like I remember back in the day, like there used to be War Lap competitions every Friday night. And that was like the cool thing to do. And I think the first time I found out about it, and I went to my first competition, I actually got like 3rd place, and the dude you're seeing in front of me, like I remember he thought I was like so sick, like Tilly here in front of me. He was like, mind was blown because I was like literally like I had like a week of experience on Live for Speed, and I came to a competition at like 3rd place for my first ever like Live for Speed one. And I think I was on a team called Drift Campaign for a while, and I think that's when I first like started like trying to figure out how to like make skins and stuff like that. That was crazy. It doesn't seem like that was that long ago, but it was that long ago. But yeah, that was like those are good times. Like I miss like how the community used to be. Like it's definitely gradually kind of coming back, but like it definitely died for a while. Like eventually just having to run War Lab competitions every Friday night, and it gradually became like a thing where like where one person was like taking care of the whole competition, and they just like gave up on it because like no one would help them. And Budman, if you've ever seen him on here. Okay, looks like we're just gonna wait for this train. Don't tell me his tires about to pop. Like the skin you're seeing in front of me, I made that a long time ago. And that was for Dottie, which is Club Exclamation. It's one of our skins. So yeah, I guess that's like my like whole story about how I kind of like came into like virtual drifting. I also thought it was funny because I remember like it was probably like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I was on here and like someone recognized my like username, and it happened to be like one of my old GT5 Project D team members on here. I don't remember who it was, but it's definitely just like weird because it's like been so long and it just happened to be on here. Alright, well I'm probably at like almost 30 minutes. Is he gonna move? No, just moved right into me. Yeah, I'm definitely probably gonna call the video here because this is probably a long video now. But it's definitely like something I hope that you're just gonna like listen to. Like you don't have to watch the video, but I mean if you just listen to what I'm talking about, that's dope. It's definitely cool to like kind of like reflect on those experiences for me, because I've like gotten this far to this point. So yeah, if you liked the video, make sure to like it. You haven't there. Also, subscribe if you want to support me. Definitely, channel's coming along pretty fast, and definitely think I'm doing pretty well considering like a normal subscriber to view ratio per like your first video for its first day is like 1 to 10, and I'm doing like on average probably like 400 views for the first video. Well, not the first video, like the first day of a video gets posted. So that's pretty cool. They're good numbers. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.